NBC27 Digital Now Center. This is Beyond the Forecast with your most accurate local meteorologists.
Hi, everybody. It is great to be with all of you. Meteorologist Brett Thackara here on Beyond the Forecast. And it's one of those days where you might need the jacket. You might need the sweater. Sweater weather, if I can say that. Sweater weather is upon us. And it just feels like October should, right? We spent a good part of last weekend and early this week feeling like summertime. And now there's a chill in the air again. So let's start. And this is going to be a pretty quick episode of Beyond the Forecast. We're going to break down some things, but you know the drill by now. But listen, I know there's plenty of weather weenies out there like myself that want to know the details, and we're going to get into that here as we start in York. What a sky, right? A few thin clouds overhead this morning, but nothing much to write home about as we check out your headlines. It is going to stay October-like here through tomorrow, and then a warmer weekend. For those of you wanting some summer-like weather, we've got it Saturday and Sunday, and then finally some showers by next Wednesday. Just a little bit of rain, though. It is not going to be a drought buster, that is for sure. Mannheim, same deal, a thin layer of clouds, but we're starting to see some of the leaves change. And I just had somebody on Facebook ask me this earlier this morning. When is the color going to pop? Well, it should be popping soon. I drove up to Bloomsburg last week for the fair, and driving up 81 in Schuylkill County, let me tell you, it was a brilliant show. So that foliage is going to start to work its way south, and I think we're going to see the leaves popping probably any day now, especially with some of these cooler mornings. So, again, some thin, high clouds this morning, and there will be a few clouds here and there over the next couple of days, but for the most part, high pressure is in control, and we're going to see a lot of sunshine. But it was chilly this morning. We had a low of 36 in Louisville this morning, Perry County, one of the most rural spots. It was one of the coldest spots, and now temperatures are in the 40s. So if you're headed out soon, you're going to need the jacket. This is about a 10 to 15 degree drop from yesterday. So it is fairly significant, and it feels like October. Look at Harrisburg's dew point, 38 degrees. That's a dew point representative of January. Look at Johnstown, a dew point of 35. Dew points in the 30s don't happen often unless we're in the winter season. And so this is just bone-dry air as we check out a beautiful fall scene here. Mostly sunny today, a high of 70 degrees. Tonight, chilly again. We do get cooler down to 47. So maybe not as chilly as this morning, but it's going to be chilly. And by the way, for those of you that are wondering about the river, and I've had some questions about this in the last week or so, the Harrisburg branch of the Susquehanna River is currently sitting at around 3 feet, and notice it's not going to change much. We don't have any rain. And so it's a dry river basin right now, and it is going to remain so for the course of the next week. Now, we have Imelda that brought us some clouds, right, over the first part of the week, and now it is situated here, and it's moving out to sea just nicely. We do have some water vapor in the upper levels. That's why we're seeing some of those cirrus clouds here, but there's no rain associated with these clouds. So when we pull out the satellite and radar picture here, you can see it's a little frontal system. It doesn't have much forcing with it. All it has is clouds back into Michigan and Wisconsin and Chicago and the Ohio Valley, and we're going to see a few passing clouds today and tomorrow, but that's it. Look at these dew points, bone dry, just absolutely no significant moisture around. And we can show you those high, thin clouds here over the next couple of days, but that's really the only weather to talk about. Friday night football games look awesome again this week, and if you have outdoor plans this weekend, they're going to be awesome. Soccer games Saturday morning, perfect. Right? And even into Saturday afternoon, it looks great. If you don't have outdoor plans, make some. It's not going to stay this nice for long. And so temperatures today will make a run at 70. I do expect some of us to stay in the 60s today. We will be back in the 40s tonight. Good open your windows type of weather tonight. Let that fresh air in. And then tomorrow, mid-70s. It looks like a really nice day to end the work week. The extended outlook is going to show we're going to stay dry predominantly over the next 7 to 10 days. We also have a temperature spike. Notice the average high right now, 71. We're going to get above that heading into Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and into the weekend. And then next week, we cool off again to more seasonal numbers. Dew points stay low. It's not going to be humid. Maybe just a spike next Wednesday as that front moves through. And speaking of that, let's show it to you. Yes, we have a dry weekend. Yes, most of next week looks dry, but Wednesday's the day, right? Here comes that front. It's going to come through Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday evening with a line of showers. How much rain do we expect? Well, here's a clue. It's not much. And remember, what typically ends up happening is this front will likely dry out a bit, and these numbers will go down. This is averaging about a half inch. I would say about a quarter to a half inch of rain is all we can expect next Wednesday, and that's certainly not going to be a drought buster. So temperatures will be in the 70s the next 2 days, getting back to near 80 over the weekend. It's going to be warm and summer-like through early next week, and the next chance of rain, as we mentioned, will come next Wednesday. That's really about all she wrote for the forecast. We're going to monitor conditions in the tropics. We're going to monitor the rain chances heading into next week. But until then, enjoy this weather because it is phenomenal. The weekend especially looks awesome. For Beyond the Forecast, I'm meteorologist Brett Thackara. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you soon.